Some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Tigers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career off.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down coming up. To the air, it's Lanier. Looking to the big tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He'll try to do it himself. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lee. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
A first down run on the doorstep. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
What a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. Third and goal coming. They want to run this quarterback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Clemson. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. From the shotgun, the inside give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Lanier. The quick out. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Now on first down from the 30. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The pull and throw off the RPO. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Gain of 18. First down for the offense.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Dropping back, it's Maryland. Throws to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Right on the money. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
They just keep firing. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a first and goal situation.
And the Tigers are on the move. Defense in press coverage. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Pulls it in. It's Williams. Oh, he's got some space. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. Georgia going up tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
That's caught. It's Spillman. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Looking for a productive play on first down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Now on second down. Back to pass. It's Lanier. Here comes the heat. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third down, they got to get it to Neptune. He'll have to launch a rocket. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. All down at the 31-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. He'll toss it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on third and short. But how about the defense? Everybody staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up fourth down.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Takes it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Turning it on! And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
And option football is so hard to defend. It basically becomes assignment football. It's almost like basketball where you say, I got him, you got him. Defensive ends a lot of times have to play the quarterback, and once the quarterback pitches it, a lot of times it's the alley defender next who has to come up and make those plays. Those options really stress defenses.
So now it's second and long. Looking to pass, it's Lanier. Using the quick game. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Quarterback making checks. Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking it back at the 10.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on first down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
Brings up fourth and goal.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. To the air, it's Siegel. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They got it on offense. Didn't get anything done 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Pulls and fires complete. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, they're coming off a national championship win last year. But you got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership, and this coaching staff, too. That was the one priority in the offseason.
All by himself down the middle. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
Georgia, 7.
And here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. To the air, it's Lanier. Plucks it out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system, new coaches. How do you gel? How do you start your career off?
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. That one comes out hot down the right side. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Wants to throw it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna run it, it's Spillman. Finding an escape route. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Touchdown, Dogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
The run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking to throw, it's Maryland. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Georgia going up tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. This is a design run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. To the air, it's Lanier. Bringing the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And here he comes out of the end zone. Makes a move. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the 2nd half. Here he comes. This is a gamble. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And he's in for the 2nd score of the game. My goodness. Note to self, kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it, kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UCLA looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a man. It's Lanier. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Looking left. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. Got the first down and still on his feet. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Clemson. And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Get another look at this Bulldog offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Dropping back, it's Lanier. Lets it fly. And here's the third interception of the night. Got room on the return. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those two interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly, Dave.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Well, that's one that DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal.
Easy.
On the option. Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Makes the catch. Looking for the end zone. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic. And this guy is having himself a day.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. It just... make that catch.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
He'll do it himself. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Seagal. Makes the grab, it's Spillman. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
The Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to scramble. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And that is one the quarterback is going to wish he had back. Receiver wide open, and he just threw it way too far out in front of him. He's never gotten into a rhythm, guys. This is one of the more talented guys in the entire country, and he's way under 50% completions in this game.
4th down and 10, and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds his man. It's Duff. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. They'll try to pick it up on the ground.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
On fourth down, going to the air. Touchdown, Tigers. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And added on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Georgia, 17.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Trying to set up the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Hey, 3rd down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, 4th down coming.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Steps away to find some room. He's going to run it. Got a 1st down. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Back to pass, it's Siegel. He'll pull it down and run. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
They'll go with a direct snap. Runs through a tackle.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Rides to back and leaves it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. That's caught. It's done. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open.
This is so a Jesse Palmer. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Handoff to the single running back. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to beat him to the left. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. He's piled up 112 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Segal. Firing to the right, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. The snap sets up to throw. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Jumped on top of the pile. Georgia going up tempo. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And despite this point being relatively meaningless, I suppose it could carry value for some. Oh, trickery! He'll try to run it in. He'll run into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the trickery pays off. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for